office of the fourth president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, is accusing the government of allegedly denying them of their budgetary allocations contrary to the Presidential Retirement Benefits Act. In a statement read by Kenyatta's spokesperson, Kanze Dena, the State House hasn't remitted a single cent of the 503 million shillings budgetary allocation in the current financial year, forcing the former president to use his own resources to run the office. Here's that report.
In a rather out-of-the-norm move, retired President Uhuru Kenyatta's office has come out to complain in the open to express what it terms as frustrations by State House. The former president's spokesperson Kanze Dena says of the 655 million shilling 2022-2023 budgetary allocation, they only received 28 million shillings in allowances for domestic travel and 2 official trips. And of the 503 million shillings allocated in the current financial year,
the year is ending without the office having any access to this allocation. The total amount for the 2 years that we have not had access to this approximately 1 billion Kenya shillings.
The retired president is also said to still be using the same vehicles he was left with upon handing overpowered Kasarani Stadium and has not been provided with new ones.
And then the conversation froze. To date, no discussions have been revived. We don't know if the cars were purchased or not.
The issue of former First Lady Kanze Kenyatta also cropped up with complaints of withdrawal of our drivers and security detail on the 18th of July last year.
The claims in the media that personnel were reinstated is false. To cap it all, fuel cards for her vehicles were also blocked since March 2023 to date, and vehicle maintenance denied. She fuels and maintains these government vehicles, one of which has been unserviceable for approximately over 1 year.
They also say the non-provision of suitable office space for the retired president forced him to identify one of his own and personally furnish it.
A formal letter was written to State House requesting valuation of the office that was identified by the former President Kenyatta as suitable for him to carry out his duties. However, the office did not receive a response on the issue, and instead, the communication that the office received was via text message, by the then in charge, Mr. John Makumi. And in his statement, he indicated the estimates of the property in question.
The office further say that this state of affairs contravened the Presidential Retirement Benefits Act number 11 of 2003. Isufar reporting for Prime Edition.
The former president, spokesperson Kanze Dena, they are raising certain issues, and we have gotten a response from the Executive Office of the President, the Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service in the Office of the Government Spokesperson, and the heading is setting the record straight on the statement by the Office of the Third Retired President, that statement that you have just listened into, and this is what they say, that the Office of the Third Retired President admits that they have been provided with vehicles. We only differ on the number. The fact is that they have been provided by a total of 14 vehicles. These vehicles are fueled and maintained by State House. They also alleged falsely that their fuel cards have been blocked. We, however, put it on record that the vehicles were fueled as recently as the 15th of May, 2024. The vehicles are also routinely maintained and serviced at State House here in Nairobi. These services have been offered as recently as the 5th of April. The other date is the 8th of May, and also the 15th of May 2024. The office also claimed that the vehicles are old and not deserving of a retired president, but the records are clear. This is according to the statement. They are therefore very befitting of the person of the third retired president. They include 2 Range Rovers, 2 Range Rover Sports, 2 Range Rover Autobiography, a Mercedes-Benz S600L, and an armored Land Cruiser V8 and 4 Pradas. That's the response following those issues that were raised by the spokesperson of the 3rd President, Kanze Dena. And that's the response I've just read that has come from the Executive Office of the President, the Chief of Staff and Head of the Public Service, Office of the Government Spokesperson.